Good morning, this is Sara Perry, Psychic Medium, and this is the weekly insight and guidance for the 6th to the 12th of April 2020 for all the sun signs, moon signs and rising signs. These readings may not resonate with everybody as they are psychic messages coming through, but if they do, then fantastic. And if you miss any of this broadcast, then just go to YouTube and see it there, as I will be uploading it. And if you'd like a private reading afterwards, then just go to my website, www.saraperrypsychic.co.uk. Lots of special offers going on there at the moment during lockdown, so I can be there available for support for many of you, if that is what you would like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look, hi Sam, I'm going to look at the weekly insight, the energies around, and then I'm going to go through all the sun signs in turn, and when they go up on YouTube I will timestamp them for you. Just give me a little bit of time. Okay, normally an hour after I've done this. But it may be a bit later today because I have a reading afterwards. So what have we got for this week? Good morning, Johnny. Good morning, Sam. Good morning, Pete. I think I already said good morning, Sam. You're welcome, Sam. It's a pleasure. And I don't know if anybody did feel the shift at the weekend. We had a massive alignment, Jupiter and... do you know what? I can't even remember now what it is. I've just got a really fuzzy head this morning. Apologies. I didn't really want to wake up this morning. Hi, Karen. But yeah, we had a massive shift. I don't know if anybody did the meditation. 10:45 would be American time. England would have been 3:45 a.m. and 4:45 a.m. here in Spain and Europe. I did. I woke up and I did this amazing meditation and really felt a lot of vibrations. And I feel like whoever did connect, I think there was a lot of clearing being done. So let's pray that this will help the virus and the cleansing of the earth. So how is everybody doing? Because this week there's going to be lots of new beginnings. It felt different yesterday, really uplifting. Yes, that's exactly how I felt. And I feel even more different today. It feels lighter, the energy. It feels like something has shifted. I've even shifted rooms. Because I just felt like I needed a change. I cleared out, I created a different space, and onwards and upwards. That's what I'm saying to everybody. The message I would like to give is to go forwards now. Think, what do I want for the future? What are my biggest dreams? And how am I actually going to do that practically? Because it's all very well having this great big dream and manifesting it, but sometimes we really need to look at the practicalities, okay, and just pull everything apart and say, okay, well, I want to get to B or C, however, A is still restricting me. So what are the restrictions and how can we move them? Hi Sarah, morning. And by removing those, then how can I successfully move forwards? Or what is just stopping me and what do I need to do, basically? They're simple questions. A lot of the time we don't actually spend time asking them because we are never important as everybody else or everything else that is going on. I know there's a lot on the news at the moment. I know there's a lot of people's insights coming in and everything is very distracting on social media and Facebook. And yes, I understand we need to understand the updates of what's going on. But what I will guide people to do this week is maybe come inwards a little bit and just start focusing on their own needs and keeping that balance, because we've got a big supermoon in Libra, which is tomorrow, and I will be doing a live tomorrow on what you can do on a full moon practice and how you can help best use the energies and release what you need, and give you a little bit of a maybe a meditation live, or at least tell you what to do within a meditation to allow yourself to just purge and release, because it's the best time at the full moon to get rid of everything, okay? Because the full moon, after it's full, is just going to start getting smaller and smaller, and they call it full moon waning, and that's when you want to release and get rid of everything. And on the new moon, that's when we want to bring in new ideas and manifest, okay? So use this next 2 weeks as really, really clearing, detoxing, allowing yourself to renew, because with this new energy and frequencies coming in, it's going to be different, it's going to be lighter, and you really want to be connecting with everything. Oh, it was your birthday, Sam, wasn't it? I hope you had a good day. You want to be connecting with everything, all the universal energy, and really getting into that sense of trust right now. Now, there's two new beginnings coming this week, okay? I feel one is being represented by the full moon. And the other one, I feel, is a sense of everybody releasing their cloak of protection and starting to become more honest with themselves. It's almost like saying, hey, we're all going, look at me. This is who I am. This is what I want. You know, you are what I want, or you're not what I want. You know, this job isn't what I want, or this job is what I want. But these are really what my true desires are. So I'm going to voice them. I'm going to put them out there. I'm going to do something about it. And so it may not be that you're actually talking to somebody about it. Although the full moon energy in Libra is very, very much connected to partnerships and relationships. So if you've got issues with relationships, this, at the moment, things going on, this is going to be the best time to iron out things and start working things out together and working as a team. So you've got these new beginnings happening. There's this sense of honesty, and I feel there's new learning coming as well. If you want to, hi Gemma, if you want to start a course of some kind, or start researching, doing a course, I think this is going to be a good time to do it, or at least sign up for something which could start maybe in 4 to 6 weeks, which sounds a bit weird, but I'm thinking of courses that are actually outside of your living space if you're, you know, if you're isolated. If it's something online, I feel like it could come in within the next 4 to 8 days. That's what I'm getting. Aquarians, I'm getting very, very much are going to want to do this. Taurus, I'm feeling getting a leap of faith this week. Really get on that train and start something new. Get out of these doldrums. You know, these... Can you not hear me? Oh, sorry, that was a message coming through from something else. It was something completely different. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so Taurus, yeah, you need to get on the train now. You need to keep moving. That's what I felt even before I started this reading. I am going to be looking at the sun signs individually, okay, but that's what's come forwards. There's also a lot of healing going on for Pisces, Scorpio and Cancers this week, and I feel sort of energetically evolving as well. And this could be Cancer, particularly because you're connected to the moon, but also the water signs are going to be really affected this month, I feel. Although Libras will, because it's a Libra moon. But Libras are about balance, about justice, getting things right, getting things in place. And, you know, justice isn't always about being right. Okay, it's about getting the balance. It's having the justice in a situation. And also, I suppose, in some ways it is being justified yourself, or knowing you are justified in feeling the way that you feel, and it's okay to voice that now and to communicate what you need, okay, or what you want. Now, there could be a massive change this week around Wednesday or Thursday, okay, so be ready for that. I'm sort of seeing things toppling over, so something that has been built up could sort of come apart at the seams, and I feel this is coming in for some people to wake them up. It's like a tower moment, and it's also for those who are not taking advantage of this full moon. It's almost like there's a bigger force going on this month, and because of the changes that are happening and the world crisis that's happening, this is all out of our hands right now. So we need to go with the flow. And if you're feeling something strongly, instinctively, then really, go for it. Be honest with yourself. Start applying what you need, what you really want in order to get that success that you're looking for in that future. There could be changes around a house situation, particularly. I'm seeing things, again, it's like toppling over, but also things being split apart. Maybe an agreement that was in place is about to change. Maybe, you put in for a house and it's been put on hold, or it's going to be delayed of some kind, or, you're unable to move because of what's going on at the moment, that kind of thing. What I am being told is that this is something that is in place because it's meant to be, and it could be that you've been too focused on one thing or another and thinking that's the only plan and that's what's got to happen, and actually there is something else in place which is much better. Okay, so just go with the flow. I know it can be annoying, and it can be frustrating when you put all your energy into something, but maybe the sign is, or the message is, to be more flexible, just to let go a little bit and stop trying to control everything. Now, there is better energy where relationships are concerned, but there may be confusion or doubts that come up, and this is, again, a sign or a message to deal with stuff, because all that stuff that's been shoved under the carpet could start becoming out because there isn't any room under the carpet anymore. Okay, just like a Hoover, you have to change the bag every so often, and the same with a rug. You need to sort of clear underneath the rug. Don't just push everything under there and hide it, okay? This isn't about hiding feelings or suppressing anything right now. It's about really connecting with the truth and allowing things to come out so that you can clear the way forwards and clear this virus, really, this viral energy. There's a lot of support this week though, okay, from Spirit, so trust that, and I feel like whatever you put out there has been heard. So again, on the full moon, manifest what you're looking for. Hi Jill. And again, tomorrow I will be looking at manifestation, the key to manifestation, full moon practice, what you can do. I'll do something, I'm going to actually do it live to show you exactly how to work with the full moon, and show you some meditations that you can do on your own, or just for practice anytime, or with me. There's new beginnings this week around Thursday, new starts, and I feel this is connected to people that have either caused you pain or you felt some trauma with. I feel like there's a melting energy going on where people want to come together. Although we're unable to be together in groups, all of a sudden everybody wants to make up and be together. You're welcome. Okay, so the card for this week is Aspiration. The Sand card, these are one of my cards that is available if anyone wants them. Belief in one's greatness will accelerate the desire. So the first thing is to believe you can make the change, believe in yourself, trust in yourself, be honest with yourself, and realise that, you know, it's okay to want something new. It's okay to be different. It's okay to stand out of the crowd. It's okay to feel uncertain about an old relationship, okay? Sometimes things have their day and it's time to move on, okay? This viral energy is about purging. It's about letting go of stuff. Right, let's have a look at the sun signs. We're going to start with Aries. And we've got for you, oh dear. Oh dear. Right, shall we start with this one? This is relationships. I feel something, maybe you've just realised something is broken, okay? That's what I'm looking at. It doesn't mean someone's going to break your heart necessarily, but I feel like this is pain coming out. This is, this is feelings coming out. This is somebody out there, Aries, telling people exactly how they feel, and it could come out at any time, okay? And be very unpredictable. Uranus and Mars are a big aspect over this full moon, so there could be some big outbursts, okay? Remember, even though this is about creating balance, full moons have got this energy where it can get a bit emotional and people can be a bit odd. Very odd. Now this is interesting because this card is showing you sort of almost getting away with something, but I feel like this isn't getting away with it. Somebody isn't going to get away with it, because you're either going to say what you feel, or you're going to realise the truth. Okay, something is going to come out this week. But, you know, don't feel that, like I say, this is a message, this card particularly, is be aware of what's going on. Don't lose sight of what your goal is, and look at all angles, okay? And because I feel like if you sort of get too high and mighty, or are full of yourself, or that type of thing, and think, oh yeah, I've got away with it, and maybe this is somebody out there as an Aries who is, I don't know, having an affair or something like that. It does happen. Watch yourself, because maybe something could come out this week, all right? Because this little rope is here, and he could just step into that rope and get caught out. So I feel like honesty is really important. Be ready for your own outbursts as well as somebody else's this week. But I do see positive, this is positive movement. So whatever is going to happen, so please don't take this from a negative point of view. I just feel like sometimes it's best to get things out in the open, and this could be the time. And maybe somebody will be upset by it. It's not you that's upset. Maybe someone has been getting away with it too long, and you're the one with the rope, and you're ready to catch her, because this is positive, this card. It's showing whatever is coming this week is going to be very, very forward movement ahead. And it's funny, this stupid Cupid card, this is telling me that maybe, Aries, you've put your faith in somebody where you shouldn't have done. Maybe you've trusted in somebody, and that's where you're coming unstuck, all right? And you're realizing that somebody has been playing around on you. You thought that it was a worthwhile cause, you know, following this person in love. I really feel like relationships are going to be a big thing for you this week. Big relationships. But again, positive movement, whatever is coming up. Whatever tears are shed, whatever anguish comes out, any emotion that comes out, it is going to be a big realization. It's going to wake you up to a lot of truth, and it's going to push you forwards, because this is the green light. It's time to do it. And if you've been waiting to act or say something, you know, and you've been knowing what's going on, you know, just do whatever you do with kindness if you're already aware of that, okay? Do it with love. Hi, Jane. How are you? Right, so Taurus. Okay, so this one is saying that you've shut the doors on people. And I really feel, again, with Taurus, this is a message I got, you need to get on the train now, you need to get going, and stop shutting off to somebody or other people, because actually they're here to help you, and there are people that want to support you. And look, this card, forget your troubles and just get happy. And that is saying is just you need to embrace the love in your heart now. You need to embrace the love around you. Look, tick, yes, it's all go. And really one of the best cards in the pack, the World, and this is the after deck. So this is showing that you've already conquered what you need to conquer. You've got no reason to hide, Taurus. You know, if you've got something to say, if you want to share something, you want to show something, it's time to, you know, I feel like you need to be less fixed, although you're a really fixed sign. I think you need to be more flexible this week. I think you need to be more expansive. I think you need to just do what makes you happy. Maybe stop working so hard at what you know, forcing everything or fixing too hard. I'm just moving away from that because the sun's in my eyes. You know, I think this is time to just be a bit flowing this week, a bit creative. And, you know, if there is something to be dealt with, maybe be the first person to reach out. Stop, you're shutting your own heart out, and you're preventing the love from coming in. And I feel like there's so much is on offer. But because if you're angry or you're feeling fed up about somebody's reactions or what they've been doing, or, you know, maybe you're like, I'm not coming up, you know, I'm shutting. This is what I'm getting, this energy around it this week. It's like, no, it's your fault. You do it. You deal with, you know, it's your turn. You should have called me type of thing. I feel like you're shutting yourself off to the possibilities, okay? And they're just saying, it's just be, you know, let go of all the anger, or anything that you're feeling fed up about, or just trust that you can be vulnerable. I feel like you need to be a bit vulnerable this week. Okay. Who have we got? Gemini. Hello, Gemini's out now. Okay, look, this is lovely. Look, awakening heart. This feels like the death's happened. You're coming out the other side now. You're rising again. We're getting near Easter anyway, aren't we? So this is a sense of rebirth happening for you in a really, really big way. I feel like you're coming into your own. You've got an opportunity to really, you know, focus, move one way. This is showing you there's only one way forwards, you know, and it's really being shown to you. It's being directed. You have a choice. It's your choice. Okay, excuse the cat. You're going to be quiet now. Yeah, I know, but it's quite noisy. Could you, like, calm it down just a bit? Yeah? It's nice to have you here, but you are a little bit... Yeah. Okay. Just like the little friend. So, yeah, just really, you know, it's your choice, your decision what you do this week. And I feel like the choice has been put in your hands. It's almost like you're just being guided clearly, and you're going to be really, really focused. And... again, for you, you've got to open your heart. So I feel this is about listening to your soul, listening to your heart, what your heart wants. Because again, there's only one heart here. You only have one heart, and it's, you know it better than anybody else. The Hangman in the after cards position is showing that you trusting yourself and allowing things to come to you, and maybe not pushing so hard, and just literally just focusing on your heart alone will bring you what you need, and somebody will, you know, you will be given everything you need. I feel this is a whole new perspective this week for you. And again, it's I feel if you've been still for a while, if you've taken time to meditate, Geminis, and you've been really getting connected with yourself, this is where you really will feel this rebirth this week. You're going to feel that actually all I need to do is think about, you know, what I want, what I desire, what I love, what I'm passionate about. And it's simple. There's just one way. There isn't any other option, you know. It's the best way, and it's the best way for me, and it's beneficial. So this is a really positive week for you. And I feel that, you know, again, being Gemini, you've got lots of people in your head, you know. Well, there's two of you, isn't there? You're twins. So you're probably having an argument and going, oh, well, I could go this way or that way. Well, actually, you're connected. Your two sides are connected. Twins are they're soul connections. So at the end of the day, your wants and desires are going to be the same. All right? You're going to connect with each other on the same level. Cancer. Oh, love it. We are the champions. Okay. I feel like you're going to understand something really, really clearly this week. Heart science. This is like finding the ingredients. This is like finding the vaccine. Maybe a Cancer is going to be the person that finds the vaccine. But I feel because Cancers are so connected to, you know, it's their moon is their sign, really, is I feel a lot of protection from the moon this week or this month even, and because it's about balance and getting things right, I feel like you are going to find that balance. The way to harmonise things in your relationships, the way to find balance in your heart and suddenly feel and be really excited about it. So you could make a massive discovery or come up with a great idea this week as well. And I've got positive energy, look. Keep that positive mindset all the time. Even if sometimes it feels a bit of an up and down struggle with somebody, you know, you might be sort of feeling like you're playing bat and ball a little bit this week because of the full moon energies, depending on who you're with, if you've got a partner or people around you and what their signs are, because they're going to be going through you know, different emotions as well. But I feel like it's the positive way forwards, the positive approach, the positive language is what's going to get you there. And I feel once you discover that, you're going to be really celebrating, going, yeah, I'm amazing. And look, again, this is showing balance, temperance. It's showing the mix and blend of ideas and things really starting to take off. If you've been working on a project, Cancers, if you've been working on or researching things or self-reflecting and doing your best to find a way forwards, you know, trying to find the answers, I feel this week could be it. You could really hit the jackpot. And it's going to be worth celebrating because you're the champion, you know? It's like you're the one that's done it. You're the one that's achieved it. And you're the one that's going to get the gold award, okay? So this is amazing. Amazing week, creative, flow, things taking off, inspiration. You know, if you're going to, I would seriously, if you're going to write that book, if you're going to write a song, you're going to, you know, you've got a project you want to do, I really feel this is the week to do it and to work with it. And even if it hasn't worked so far, you know, connect with the moon energy. Really, really do some meditation tomorrow, the next few days. Do some detox, clear out what you don't need and just focus on the joy. And I think you're going to come up trumps. I really do. So, Leo. Some strong energy coming off here today. It's a lot of people. Oh, it's very intense. So I can feel myself. Very intense. I haven't got any water either. Oh, look, she's gone to sleep in her little bowl. You've gone to sleep in your bowl, have you? Okay. Right. Leo. Okay, so this is the card that is really relevant right now. We're all in this together. Okay. You need to realise, see, Leos can be very solo sometimes. You know, they can be very social with other people and really out there, but they're the number one in numerology. And it's about, you know, Leo is about the self. It's about focus. And I think sometimes, you know, it's like you want to rule the world on your own. You know, there's only one king. I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna be the one. And I feel like this is going to be a real week about learning to share. You may feel a bit pissed off, a bit jealous. Okay, watch that heart looking at other people, going, "Why is that person doing it and I'm not?" You know, so it's not all about you. Okay, but this could be somebody being jealous of you. All right. If they are jealous of you, if you're not feeling this, then understand their jealousy. Try and connect with it. If that's how they're feeling, it means you're doing something right. That you've got something they want. Okay. But you can work with people. You can share your magic this week. Listen. Okay, this is a big one. People are going to say things to you. They're going to, you're going to hear messages that are going to be really relevant. Maybe people are going to give you advice. But I feel like you need to listen to the overall message of working together. That's the big thing. It's like things are happening. They may not be that great all the time this week. Like I say, you might come up with some jealousy. You might be feeling a bit jealous or fed up. But it's happening to awaken you, not to create trauma in your life or make you unhappy. And I've got this is lovely because this is showing, again, being together. This is a relationship. This is love given and received. Connecting really on an emotional level. And I think if you can connect with somebody else's jealousy, or, maybe somebody, you're in a relationship, or you've got a friendship and somebody's being a little bit negative with you. Or they're not supporting you the way that you'd like. And that's because they're just a bit jealous, they're feeling a bit crap at the moment because of what's going on, a bit down. So if you can connect with that and work with them, you're going to feel so much better as well. And you won't feel frustrated or annoyed by them. You won't be seeing that negative. Listen to the words they're saying, because it's like sometimes people are saying things, but they mean something else, okay? It's like, so it's not always just the words you're hearing, it's the subtext, all right? There's messages. Right. Okay, so these cards are for Virgo. Any Virgos out there? Hello! Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, right. For something to work this week, you got to find a balance. This is going to be a real relationship working week for you guys, okay? We've got two hearts. We've got a lot of love given and received. This is going to be a positive time to communicate, okay? And to get things sorted, to get things where you need them to be. But how do you do that? Not by giving over everything, not by giving over all your energy to somebody else or only valuing what they've got. This is about finding the balance, because this full moon this week is about, recreating the balance, adjusting. But to do that for you, Virgos, I feel like you've got to think about yourself, okay? And I feel like you haven't been. And this is really interesting because it's like by doing that, and putting your needs first and your desires. And I don't mean being really selfish. I feel like you haven't been. It's the whole point. I think that you're not, when I say think about yourself, it's like when you put the love for yourself first, you are setting an example for everybody else around you. You are showing other people how to love. If you can love yourself first, you will be able to love in return. Okay, you'll be able to give love because you'll understand love. How can you understand what love is if you haven't connected with your own heart? All right? And so they're saying is that I feel that some of you, Virgos, haven't been giving that love to yourself, enough love to yourself. You've been maybe running a ragged and giving out to everybody else. And this week is about reconnecting, but in a better, a more beneficial, loving way. Using your heart more effectively in a smarter way. And they're showing here, you could really, really connect with somebody on a higher level this week. I feel like Spirit is with you to guide you. And it's like I can just sense them nudging you forwards to make those connections and to communicate. I feel like there's things you haven't said, but this week communication is going to be really good for you. And judgment is like a crossroads. It's like you've come so far, now you need to change tact, It's like it's not working. Something isn't working. So there is a new road to take. And I feel like the new road is to start connecting with the love for yourself. I think that self-worth is going to be a big thing this week. Libra. Hello, Libras. Right. Okay. Okay, I'm getting a lot of past energy coming in this week for you. Now, obviously, the full moon is in your sign, so you're going to be really affected by this, but I'm getting a lot of past life dreams, energies, people may be reconnecting with you, and you reassessing how things are. You may meet up with somebody or connect with somebody that's from your past in love, okay? Somebody that maybe you fell out with, that kind of thing. I've got heart flutter. It's like things are, changing, maybe energies with, it may just be friendships, you know. I've got he ain't heavy, he's my brother, right? And this to me is saying that the energy that you thought was a burden is not. We're all in it together, and actually you're finding a love, and there's like this new flutterings of energy, you know. Heart flutters can be like falling in love. Maybe you're not falling in love with your brother, don't worry about it, but you may find that you fall in love with your friend, you know. It could be somebody that you never saw as a relationship, and suddenly you're thinking, oh my god, actually it would just be so much easier just to be together, you know. Actually we've got a relationship and everything's that simple, and you're thinking it's so difficult. Maybe you haven't been getting on with somebody because you have been in love with them the whole time. Now if you're actually with somebody, it could be just that you're reconnecting again with old friends or something like that, and you're perfectly happy with your relationship, and this is something else. But it could just be your energy is changing, and the way you're seeing perspective. Some things that were a burden, some things that were negative, and now almost exciting. You're working with them in a new way. And it's in this card is saying going backwards to come forwards. Okay, this is about progress, but you need to go back to the past to connect with the future. There may be something blocking you this week, something that you haven't really understood and kept saying, well, it never happens, you know, I never understand why this is always holding me back. I don't know why I always fall into this pattern. And actually the answer was something that maybe the way you viewed it, that you saw something in a negative light when actually it wasn't that big a deal, you know. Or you're just, you know, it's like when people say I hate money, it's the root of all evil. Well, if you hate money, then it's not going to be your friend, is it? You know. So the way you're looking at it, or I hate my body, or oh my god, I feel ill. Well, if you feel ill all the time, you're telling your body to do that. All right. So this is saying go backwards to go forwards. There's something in the past. There could be a relationship in the past. Maybe it's somebody that you're suddenly understanding how you fall for a certain type, and it wasn't the best type, you know, and why you always fall for the certain type. Okay, there's definitely something. But what is really great about this, and this is the card that's come up, is about quality. And I love this because if you look closer, because this is the Nine of Pentacles is showing luxury really in all forms. But the great thing is she's done the work. She's thrown her gloves off now, and she's actually, you know, she's she can see the quality. Do you know what I mean? It's like she can touch those fruits without getting hurt. She's understanding the quality and what is going to bring her forwards and what's going to benefit her now, you know. So she doesn't need the gloves because she's already got the knowledge, and it's happened slowly. We've got a little snail here, look, here he comes along, but the snails are protected. So even without the gloves, she's protected, but she's just getting it. She's understanding the universal link to abundance, everything. So that, to me, this is going to be a real wake-up call week for you, and an understanding of how something in the past has been holding you back. Maybe just your thoughts, your mindset, your viewpoint. Okay, so massive for you this week. Libra. Scorpio. Hello, all my fellow Scorpios. Ooh. I love this. Okay, so relationship is a big deal for you. I feel like this is going to be a time where you are really open, really honest. You're going to be ready to lay your soul bare. Somebody could come into your life. Okay, this week, this is going to be a really, I just feel really loving week for you, but on a high level, because the Lovers is about being, you know, it's being showing your true self. You know, they're standing naked. They're opening up to temptation. They're sharing. I feel it's a bit like Alcoholics Anonymous or something, where you're sharing your negatives with your positives, but you're unafraid to just be open and loving. And there's lots of love here. Look, generosity. I feel like you're going to be really receiving a lot of goodwill, a lot of gratitude, a lot of gifts in many, many ways, abundant gifts. Now, this is interesting because there isn't the, you know, sometimes there isn't the evidence to back up a claim, all right, or to back up something you believe in. And this for me is just saying trust in the flow, trust in your instincts, because again, it's like, you know when to open your soul, you know, it's like you're just connected on a higher level. And when you're connected on that higher level, and you're really connected with spirit, and Scorpios are a lot of them very psychic, very spiritual, very instinctive. There isn't anything to prove it. You know, it's like if, for instance, when I was teaching Reiki, you know, I wasn't able to say, well, here it is, it's in a bottle, off you go. There isn't anything to really prove it, but you ask for confirmation and you trust that it's coming and that you will be shown. And sometimes, you know, this week you might be saying things that people going, what on earth are you going on about? Well, how can you prove that? You say, well, I don't know, it's just telling me, you know. How can I prove that there's somebody in here or someone's telling me what to tell you? Really? Nothing. I'm unable to prove that to you. So I'm just saying, well, this is what I believe. I trust myself. I trust in the love for myself. I'm quite happy to show who I really am now. And this card, I'm on top of the world. And it's the best place to be because you're above the world. You're higher than the world. You're in your element. So focus on that. Trust in you. If something is telling you, I'm not doing this today, you may not have evidence of why, you just feel it in your gut. Trust your instincts. I think they're going to be really strong. I've already felt it this morning, being a Scorpio. You know, I had a plan and it's all went Aries, so I just went, okay, stop that, because that's getting in, you know, that's getting in the way. I'm just going to do what I've got to do. So, you know, I changed things up. I've just been in my instincts, okay? Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. Okay, I feel like you're going to be really connecting with somebody on a soul level. It could be a family member, it could be a relationship. Oops, hang on. Dropping that. This week. All right. You may be feeling very, very sorry for yourself at times. Okay, be aware of that, because I don't feel it's you. I feel it's somebody else you're picking up on. She's saying it's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Somebody, you know, you could be feeling just completely overwhelmed emotionally this week by somebody else. And I really don't think it's you. I think you're just going to be very open and very empathic. And it's because you're very expansive and you're opening up. So this is showing that you're going to be very open spiritually. You're going to feel very full of gratitude as well. This card is like wholeness, fulfillment, happiness, a feeling of contentment. And that's how you're opening up to other people. So just be aware of that. You know, watch being overwhelmed this week, because I just think that as much as you're being generous and you're offering your heart and soul to people around you, they may just be taking it and just using it as a channel to funnel all their stuff back to you. So if you're feeling something that is, you know, this overwhelming emotion, or you're feeling like, oh my God, you know, and you start thinking about someone in the past, doesn't necessarily mean they want to be with you. You might just be, if you've got a soul connection with somebody, you are very, very likely to pick up on their feelings as well, okay? So just be aware of that. There's definitely, there is just, you are going to have so many ideas this week. You're going to be so expansive. So be careful again of sharing too much, offering too much, giving too much. Yes, be generous, okay? Be loving, but just keep your boundaries strong. That's what I'm feeling. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Because if you, again, if you're too open, you know, put some light protection around you. Somebody, you know, you're going to pick up on other people. Like I was saying, excuse me, it's like when I'm saying, when I pick up stuff, when I'm doing this, you know, it's amazing what you pick up. Right. Capricorn. Hello. Right. Very, very intuitive this week. You need to listen to your guidance this week. Something is telling you something very clearly. Somebody could be messing around. Somebody could be lying to you. This is great because it's saying you'll survive whatever. Okay, you are being protected. You are strong enough. And if you need to broach a subject with somebody, I feel like you should do it, because something is going to tell you to do it. It's like when you feel like someone's cheating or they're doing something and you instinctively check their pockets and you don't even know why. Why did you go into that room at that point? Why did you walk down that street at that point? Because something told you to do it, but you weren't, you were just drawn. And I feel this is how you're going to be this week. And you may discover something that is less fun, or, you know, I think any revelations that come around the heart might be a bit of a shock to some of you, but you're being shown at this point because you were strong enough to get through it, and because the universe wants you to move forwards and be the survivor, and actually they're giving you the control. This to me is showing that you've got the power this week. You've got the power to make decisions, and the decision will be put in your hands. So whatever you find out this week, whatever is whatever revelation comes up, and there could be some unexpected things, and I don't want you to sit and worry about it, because it could be that you hear about it through somebody else, but your intuition is telling you, is guiding you how to deal with that subject, and you're being put in a place of power where you are, you're guiding somebody else. You could be the intuitive guide, but you are in a good position this week, and again, you are in a good survival place, and I just think your foundations are going to be really strong this week, so trust that. Okay. Aquarius, everything is open to you this week. I feel like something is going to be concluded, and it's going to be shown that there's a way forwards, okay? Because when I see open, it means like it's like an open case almost. Maybe something is being reopened, or maybe it's going to continue to flow. But I feel like it's giving you an open doorway. So I feel like it's a good, positive conclusion or outcome if you've been looking for an outcome. You may question this, I feel like this is showing two minds, or maybe you have to show two faces. You have to show one face to somebody, but inside you're feeling something else. Either way, the way forward is being open to you. Now I've got the card Heartbreaker here, which is a little bit sort of contradictory, or you may feel like it is, but I get the sense that this is about releasing emotion this week. Maybe you're realizing, or you're understanding who's broken your heart, or what is actually breaking your heart. I don't feel like anybody's coming along and literally breaking it, because it feels too positive. Or it could just be that you are awakened by something that isn't so great, okay? And this open doorway is saying, right, it's time to conclude this. You've got a chance to leave, but you're going, do I, don't I? Oh, I don't know. The fact you've come into two minds is maybe you haven't thought about that before, but you're realising that something is less beneficial to you in your life. Now, this card is saying, and I feel this is saying very much, is go inside yourself, do some self-reflection on which way to go forwards, and allow some things to play out. Because I feel like if you are in two minds about something, if you are uncertain, you need to really access what's going on. You need to get to know, you need more information, you need more detail. Okay, so this Heartbreaker card, it might mean that you think, oh, I don't want to go there because that could lead to heartbreak. Or I'm actually not happy about this, and this is really hurting me. Which way do I go forwards? But I feel like, yes, the way forwards, things are moving forwards. You've opened a door to find some sort of conclusion, but you need to sit back a little bit and just do some self-reflection over this time, because the full moon is going to be affecting your mood. You could be a bit all over the place, and I think by about maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you're going to be a lot clearer, and things may have changed. Okay, remember, Uranus and Aries energy around the full moon could be very unpredictable. It could bring some completely different aspects in. Now, Pisces, oh, lovely. There's a lot of love around you this week. This is lovely. I feel like you're in a very, very good position. You're going to feel very learned. That's what I'm getting. It's like you've understood that you've got celebration, a reason to celebrate, and it's like, I've got the ripe apple. Now, this is connected to nutrition, but I feel like you want to do good by yourself. You may be learning something and understanding more about yourself and what you need in yourself this week, and going a bit deeper. But I feel like the power of love is strong, but even more so for yourself. Maybe you're going to celebrate an engagement. Maybe you're going to celebrate a birth or some wonderful thing that's happening. But there's lots of learning this week, as we can see, lots of insight coming in, and I feel like a lot of this is about you and what you give to yourself and your heart. But I just feel like this is a really up week for you, and if you connect with the full moon energy, you're going to feel really, really inspired and to make some changes. I can see, you know, again, it could be diet that you're making changes in. It may be that you start researching nutrition, like I said, but it feels like whatever you're putting in, you're starting to understand now how you're feeling. You know, maybe if you've been eating, I don't know, too many bananas and they don't like you, you know, it's affecting your mood, but then when you discover, oh, this is good for me and I actually quite enjoy it, suddenly you're feeling more celebrative. But I just feel there's a lot of love around you and support as well for whatever you do. So whatever you decide, I think that people are gonna, you know, if you want to voice it, if you want to tell people about your plans, I think they're going to really support you. And I do see maybe even some monetary help coming as well, which would be really good. So thank you for tuning in today. If you'd like a private reading with me, then do go to my website, www.sarapsychic.co.uk. I will be on tomorrow talking about the full moon and answering some questions for people. And it will be 1 o'clock Spain time tomorrow. And I will be going through some practices for the full moon and what to expect for maybe just a little insight to each sign as well. That you can feel free to come in and ask lots of questions if you feel, and I will look forward to seeing you then. Take good care. Bye for now.